I set out this month with good intentions, I think, as most authors do. Life just got in the way. Hey everybody, James here. Just wanted to give an update as we're approaching the end of April. It's April 26th. There's 4 or 5 days left in April for Camp NaNoWriMo. I set out this month with good intentions, I think, as most authors do who are participating during the month, but life just got in the way. Travel, Easter, work on the weekend, different things that ate into my time of when I typically write late evenings, as I've said, and on weekends. But, I started out pretty strong with 2 times a week going to our local NaNoWriMo group that had the write-ins through Zoom. So I did several of those, and I booked probably in the neighborhood of 10 to 12,000 words during those events. And then I did a little bit of writing on my own, of course. Right now, my project's sitting at 39,000 words. I've got about 48 scenes that I have currently planned in YWriter. If you don't know about YWriter, it's a free software for writing your novel, not unlike Scrivener, but it was done by a computer programmer who also wanted to write a book. So he basically wrote it and made it freeware for people to be able to use. So that's what I have decided to use after trying many different products. I find it just useful to be able to build scenes and plot and keep up with characters and MacGuffins and all those types of things. So really good software in that regard. I guess probably the 48 scenes is comprising probably about a fourth or a third of the book. It's not completely all of Act 1. There might be a little bit of bleed over into Act 2, but keep in mind 48 scenes doesn't equal 48 chapters. So the 39,000 words that I have is predominantly just directions and information to remind myself. I've probably only drafted 8 or 9, not edited or anything like that. Just put down on paper what happens in that scene, got the dialogue in. I haven't been back to look for characterization or setting or plot. I mean, 39,000 is not a bad place to be sitting at, I suppose. It's not as good as I want it to be at the end of April, though, I'll tell you that much. So I think everyone experiences this type of time in their lives where they're struggling to try to make time to write. Lemuel's rant number 2, I just finished that one, and I'll be processing and putting that up online here real quick. One of her items in the rant this week is don't use an excuse for writer's block and write every day. And I really need to listen to that advice. I'm the world's worst talking about my muse, which you probably remember from my introductory video if you watch that, and if you didn't, I'll put a link here or there, wherever. The muse has been typically a real thing for me. I tend to write better in the winter time when it's darker, colder, and grayer. All right, don't freak out. I know there's daylight in my room. It's the weekend, and as I was editing, I put in the title Camp Nano, Fail or Was It? And the reason that I wanted to say that was because if you wrote at all in my book, you're a winner. So just remember that. The biggest obstacle to any writer is getting the words on the page. So if you put one word in the month of April, you won Camp Nano, in my opinion, for what it's worth. So keep writing. Well, that's all I've got for you right now. Thank y'all so much, and I appreciate all of you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you get notifications for whenever the next Lemuel's rant will be out. All right, take care. Bye-bye.